Championship Sunday. It's going to be snowing in the eastern part of the United States, but that is a perfect time for us to sit back, relax, and enjoy the AFC and NFC Championship. My name is Matt Brown, and I'm the host of the Productive Conversations podcast on all podcast platforms and YouTube. And we are going to preview and discuss the AFC and NFC Championship. This is our annual Championship Sunday preview, and it's going to be the Denver Broncos versus the New England Patriots for the AFC, 3:30 on CBS, or 3 o'clock on CBS, and 6:30 on Sunday night on Fox. We have the Seattle Seahawks hosting the Los Angeles Rams. I'm really intrigued by these two matchups. Interesting Final Four, and let's talk about these two matchups once and for all. And I just want to remind you to like and subscribe to the Productive Conversations podcast on all podcasting platforms and YouTube. And don't forget to check out exclusive content regarding the show across all social media platforms, or on Instagram at Productive Conversations Podcast, X at ProdCobblePod, Twitter at X/Twitter at ProdCobblePod, TikTok at ProdCobblePod, and we're on Facebook at Productive Conversations. And yeah, I am really intrigued by seeing where these two matchups go. Super Bowl 60, just 2 weeks away. And here's our preview. And also available, and just making some programming notes, we have a tweet cap as we recap what was taking place over the past week. We'll talk about what we did talk about what was trending. Me and the crew from the Dr. Pepper TikTok turned into a commercial, those AI educational videos. We did a story on that. The Buffalo Bills and the mess that is going on at that camp over there. Hoes to housewives, side dudes, all of that. So Ryan, Jose, and Allison have a productive conversation regarding all of that. We also have a preview to UFC 324, which is available on Paramount Plus this Saturday, the first big UFC event to be on the major streamer. We also Dolo previewed that. If you want to hear his picks there as well, check that out. He will be available next week as well for UFC 325, also on Peacock next Saturday. Him and Jose will preview that match. We'll preview that event. And just next week, we will have a reaction to the conference championship games on Sunday night. Then we will have a tweet cap on Tuesday and a tweet cap on Friday. So this week was much busier. Next week, less shows, but we are continuing the quality content as we always do. So let's sit back and relax, and let's preview these two interesting matchups. So let's first go to the AFC. The AFC Championship this year will be played at Mile High Stadium, 3 o'clock on CBS and Paramount Plus. It's going to be the AFC West. The AFC West is Denver Broncos hosting the AFC East, New England Patriots. So who would have thought? Both teams are 14-3. The Denver Broncos have been absolutely incredible at home, only 8-1. While the New England Patriots have been undefeated on the road. With somebody who is a MVP candidate in Drake Maye, an offense with a great running back duo in Travion Henderson and Rodamore Stevenson, two pretty solid receivers led by Stephon Diggs, a very impressive secondary, probably the best corner in the league, Christian Gonzalez on this team as well, very well coached by Mike Vrabel. And in his rookie season, his first season as the Patriots head coach, going to the AFC Championship, pretty impressive stuff right there. The Patriots will be back in the AFC Championship for the first time since 2019, and ain't that going to be fun to see where that goes. Then we have the Denver Broncos, coached by Sean Payton, who's already won a Super Bowl. Brought here to Denver for this reason, to get this team back into relevancy after having a long playoff drought. and now they're here. They have a very impressive defense. That's their strong suit, both on the pass rush and the secondary. Obviously, the big thing here, no Bo Nix, is Jarrett Stidham going to be starting in this game. I believe this is his fifth career. This is his fifth career start against his old team. He hasn't started since 2023, but this stellar defense, will they be able to carry this Broncos team to the Super Bowl? Right now, your spread is the New England Patriots minus 4.5 points. I do think it's an obvious decision. I do think it's the New England Patriots game to win. I mean, not having Bo Nix is a huge, huge missed opportunity for the Broncos, breaking his ankle late in the Bills game. The Broncos have been having trouble, are going to have trouble, I should say, are going to have trouble without Bo Nix. His offense can be explosive. What they've been able to do with RJ Harvey on the running game, now bringing back J.K. Dobbins, it looks like there's a good chance he comes off IR in this game. Let me double check to make sure. Yeah, they expect him to play. They have a really good offensive line who did protect Bo Nix, but they should protect Jarrett Stidham. They're going to be very run heavy in this game, I would believe, against a pretty good New England Patriots pass rush. But the Patriots have been explosive all season long on offense. And some people like to criticize how this Patriot team had the cupcake or easy way out to get to had the easiest schedule to get to this point. And it's now the Patriots back into the fold. The Chiefs are not in the AFC Championship this year. The first time in 7-8 years. And it's the Patriots, the last dynasty, who are one of the teams that take their place. Interesting stuff. Well, yeah, I think there's a good argument that it's a lock for the Patriots to cover that 4.5 point spread. I mean, the Broncos just no quarterback, and some people feel Bo Nix isn't the best part of that offense, but he manages the game well. He's often very calm. He's been very accurate, and we just don't have a lot of tape on Stidham. He hasn't played in 3 years. I mean, he could be a folk hero if he somehow pulls off this victory, and the Broncos defense just goes ham on the Patriots offense. And the Patriots offense, they ain't perfect. Drake Maye can be very reckless. He turns over the ball. I mean, 4 turnovers against the Texans is just one example. And I just think it's a unfortunate situation that Stidham has to be put in here in a high pressure situation at home. Haven't been to the Super Bowl since Super Bowl 50, and that's going to be a lot to ask. So I think the Patriots, a team on the rise, a young team, but a very talented, has its flaws, but I think they're going to be representing the AFC in the Super Bowl. So expect the New England Patriots to win this game, cover the 4.5 point spread, and return to the Super Bowl after a 6-year absence. So New England Patriots minus 4.5 for the AFC Championship. NFC Championship. A very, very intriguing matchup here. Both teams from the NFC West. We have the 12-5 Los Angeles Rams going to Seattle to take on the 14-3 Seattle Seahawks. At this time, your spread is the Seahawks minus 3.5 points. As we look, we have the probable MVP in Matthew Stafford coming into this game with a great running game in both Kira Williams, who's been great in this postseason, and watch out for Corum as well. We have a team with arguably the best receiver in the league with Puka Nacua. And then Devontae Adams, who since returning from injury, has been an important aspect to this Rams offense. A very good but inexperienced, I should say, very good but young defense for the LA Rams. They should be okay there. They're going up against the Seattle Seahawks defense that is probably the best remaining defense in the league. No doubt the best defense in the NFC is probably the second best defense in the NFL next to Houston. They are pretty durable, even though Cherubim will be out. Kenneth Walker the third has been a great veteran running back, and he was great against San Francisco. You have Sam Darnold, who looks so much more improved since the overtime loss. Sorry, since that Rams Seahawks game that they just won by a point on Thursday night. Bo's been playing a lot better since then. Been able to facilitate more, and with that, you have great weapons, including another stellar wide receiver in Jackson Smith-Njigba. They have such an explosive defense that could create pressure all game long. And I think the Seattle Seahawks will be winning this game and covering the 3.5 point spread. The Rams have been so inconsistent, and they've kept games very close. Just in the last 5 games, with the exception of the last game of the year against Arizona, all games were decided by a field goal or more. They almost blew an 18-point lead against Chicago. And now they're playing in a much better team in all aspects, from offense, defense, and special teams. I think Sam Darnold has at least proven that he can be competent. He can step up in the big game, and he can make plays. And I think the Rams -2.5 is a lock as well, because of a defense that will create a lot of pressure, a Rams team that has been erratic in the last 5 weeks despite getting to this point. Very impressive, but they're going to have their toughest test yet. Even though these two teams have won one and lost one to each other, I expect the Rams to ultimately pull off this victory. So, interesting stuff, but I'm going to give the Rams -2.5. So, one last time, we have the Patriots -4.5 and the Seattle Seahawks -2.5. Give us a Super Bowl rematch from 2014 with two new coaches now, with two new generations coming in. And that will be a fun Super Bowl. I really think it would be. So that will be it. So I expect this Super Bowl 60 out of the remaining 4 teams to be the New England Patriots versus the Seattle Seahawks. And then during Super Bowl week, we'll break down the matchup then. But I expect this to be an interesting 2 games. We're having a terrible snowstorm on Sunday. I guess the best time to have one, because I'll be glued to the TV from 3 o'clock to 10 o'clock on Sunday. So get your food, bundle up, stay warm, be safe, and let's enjoy the AFC and NFC championships. The last true football Sunday is the Super Bowl. While obviously great and a lot of fun, this is it for the true hardcore football fan. And we're gonna enjoy it. We really got 2 interesting matchups, different reasons for the interesting matchups, but all in all, it's gonna be some great football. So Patriots versus Seahawks. That's where I'm going with this. And I hope you do too. So don't forget, we have a tweet cap available right now to talk about what was trending this past week. Sunday night, we will do instant reactions to the AFC and NFC championships. Then on Tuesday and Friday, we'll talk about what's trending for the week ahead on the tweet tribe. My name is Matt Brown. I am the host of the Productive Conversations podcast, and let's enjoy some football this weekend. See ya.